Good evening, everyone. We're going to just do a quick streaming live weather update just as the storm's moving in. We thought we'd just quickly get on before our 9 p.m. newscast. Spend a few minutes just to talk about if there are any changes as far as expectations with the storm coming through. So I'm here to show you that, but then also respond to any comments that you might have, specific questions of the forecasts as it pertains to your specific local area. So ask any questions, and I will get to those comments, and we'll get things going. But waiting just for a few minutes just to see if anyone else is coming in. So, uh, we're right here at Fox 13 News Studios, which is near the Salt Lake City Airport. Pretty calm right now through the valley locations. It was a little bit more active earlier on, but fairly quiet. We're kind of in the lull of the storm in that we had a little initial wave, which did bring in some rain for the valleys, some mountain snow. There were some problems at Parley's a little bit earlier on, kind of towards the tail end of the evening commute. But let me just kind of show you right now. First off, let me get to this. There you go. So this is one traffic camera. This is about the place that I've seen as far as right now is concerned. What we're looking at up some of the canyons, where this is along I-84 Weber Canyon. So on your way from South Ogden heading up towards Morgan. Light snow falling, not really sticking to the roads. It's a little too warm at some of the lower elevations where it's really kind of been rain or mixture of some rain and snow. Where I've been seeing the snow sticking is as you get above 6,500 feet. So Parley Summit, we had snow sticking. As you move up a little bit from Park City, we've been seeing some slushy roads there. But we're really just kind of still in the beginning stages of this storm, where we're going to be looking at some changes overnight, where we're going to see a transition as we've been mainly looking rain in the valleys. Snow levels drop to the valley floors. That's why, again, with this winter weather advisory in effect for mainly the mountains, northern, central, southern Utah, but some valleys here, as you can see, that purple spanning through the Wasatch Front up through Box Elder. So from Tremont, Cache Valley, all the way as we move in Weber, Davis, Salt Lake, Tooele counties, and then we really don't see much of a mix with the valleys getting much significant, well, really not much accumulation once you move south of Provo. So again, we're only mainly looking at across northern Utah with the focus of that winter weather advisory for the valley. So again, comments if you have any questions. Like I said, not much going on right now. Earlier on, it was a little bit more active. We kind of fizzled out some of those areas where we saw the rain in the valleys. A few just sprinkles across maybe the Salt Lake Valley. A little action in the mountains, but not much. I looked at Alta's report. They picked up 3 inches over the past 24 hours. So getting some snow kind of starting right now at some of the ski resorts. We've seen maybe 1 to 2 inches, a little bit more in the Cottonwood Canyons. But as I said, we're just in the beginning stages. You're seeing that line of snow now moving through Elko, so pushing through portions of eastern Nevada. This is what's going to be heading our way here in the overnight hours. So we've got this system stalled out front, which will be making its move with some cold air behind it. It's that cold air that really finally drives some snow to the valley. So this is what we're looking at accumulation-wise, which really we've had to kind of scale back. Hopefully things maybe change a little bit more, but hopefully not, because we're talking valleys, and of course we're talking this is going to be having an impact during tomorrow morning's commute. But most valley locations, it's kind of an inch or less. Potentially a little bit more in Ogden, and definitely more in the Tooele Valley. But I also should mention that we're going to be looking at a possibility of some lake effect snow, especially as we go into tomorrow night. That could generate a little bit more accumulations for the west side of Salt Lake Valley over towards Tooele as that flow turns a little bit further northward. But as you can see, most locations, not a big deal. I think we, just get excited because we just have not seen much valley snow. And this is probably one of the bigger storms that we had this season, where just as a reminder, I should have thrown this statistic up. We picked up, I might do that in a second, but we picked up 0.1 inches of snow at the airport, where on average up to this point, we should be 22 inches through, October, November, December. We look at the winter months, mainly December, January, and February. The season that saw the least amount of snow over December, January, and February, I believe, was 2014, 2015. We picked up about 6 inches of snow. We're at 0.1. So we are definitely on track to be this season to be the lowest snowfall for at least Salt Lake City, and we're referencing, of course, the airport there. Now, we still have plenty of winter to go, but we're almost halfway through that time frame, December, January, February. We're almost to the second week of January. So we need something to change. So this storm bringing okay snow. I just think, for shoveling, across some of the lower valleys, you might be brushing off snow. Benches, you potentially will be doing some shoveling. And then again, as we look at some of the mountain locations, especially some of the Wasatch back, you might be doing some shoveling there too. 6 to 12 inches is kind of the range we've been looking at some of the mountains. Now, again, we've already picked up 3 inches at Alta, so additionally another 10 inches, at least what we're looking at there. So a good snow producer, nothing to get too hyped about it, but hey, you pick up 6 to 12 inches, that freshens things up. So skiing Friday would be good. The weekend, of course. I'm not liking to see what's going on thereafter, because once we get past the storm, we're going to see an extended break. Okay, let's take a look at the timing of this all. So looking at the models, again, we get this break from the storms, and then as we go overnight, so it's between about 2 and 3 a.m., things get going. Where we initially could start off with a mixture of rain and snow, but then quickly changing into snow, that by 5 a.m. it's snow, especially along the benches, and then it fills in through the morning commute. So most of the morning commute, especially as we go about Kaysville southward into Utah County, is where we see the action. And then we'll get that northerly flow, which pushes the snow towards central and southern Utah heading into the afternoon, and then southeastern Utah tomorrow evening. So a lot of people getting into the mix with this storm. And then you're seeing that blue just south of the Great Salt Lake. That's why I'm saying tomorrow night we can see that lake effect snow, and then that should taper off. We might be going in with some breaking news. I might have to stop this up pretty quickly, but let me just quickly show you. So hold on a second. I might have to end this because they're going to go to breaking news. So you might want to tune into our newscast because we're interrupting programming, I think, with this. So, hey, so just for northern Utah, it's a focus of morning snow. And then again, tomorrow late, really tomorrow evening through early Friday morning, lake effect snow for the west side of Salt Lake Valley and Tooele Valley. So anyways, that's an update. Catch more of this if you want to catch our 9 p.m. newscast, and plus the breaking news as well. So we hope you have a good evening. Thank you for tuning in.